Hello class, I'm Teacher Daniel, and today we will discuss the addition of fractions. In adding fractions, we have to consider if the fractions are similar or dissimilar. First, let us recall similar fractions. When we say similar fractions, these are fractions having similar denominators. For examples, 1 pip, 2 pips, and 3 pips. Next, for sevenths, 5 sevenths, and 6 sevenths. And last, we have 1 tenth, 3 tenths, 7 tenths. So they are all examples of similar fractions. As you can see, they have the same denominators. So now let's proceed to addition of fractions. First, how do we add similar fractions? To add similar fractions, add their numerators and retain their common denominator. Reduce the sum to its simplest form. In symbol, we have A, B, and C be integers. A over B plus C over B, as you can see, they have the same denominator. That is equal to A plus C all over B, where B is not equal to 0. Because if B is 0, that is equal to undefined. Let's have an illustrative example. Add the following similar fractions. Number 1, 3 pips plus 1 pip. As you can see, they have the same denominators. So, just copy the denominator, which is 5, then add the numerators. 3 plus 1, that is 4. So, the answer is 4 pips. Second example, 3 tenths plus 2 tenths. Just copy the common denominator, that is 10, and then add the numerators. 3 plus 2, that is 5. So the answer is 5 tenths. But we can express our answer in simplest form. That's 1/2. So our final answer is 1/2. So let's have learning task number 1. Add the following similar fractions. Number 1, 3 sevenths plus 2 sevenths. Very good. The answer is 5 sevenths. Just copy the common denominator, which is 7, then add the numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5. That's why the answer is 5 sevenths. Number 2, 5 over 12 plus 4 over 12. Correct. The answer is 9 over 12. So we can express our answer in simplest form. The final answer is 3/4. Very good. Next, let's proceed to dissimilar fractions. How do we add dissimilar fractions? But first, let us define dissimilar fractions. These are fractions having different denominators. Example, 1/2, 2/3, 3/4. Second example, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7. Third example, 5/9, 4/7, 3/5. So as you can see, each example has different denominator. How to add dissimilar fractions? To add dissimilar fractions, make them similar pairs. Find the LCD, divide the LCD by each denominator, then multiply the quotient by the numerator, and retain the denominator. And proceed as in addition of similar fractions. In symbol, let A, B, and C be integers. A over B plus C over D, that is equal to A times D plus B times C all over B times D, where B and D is not equal to 0. Let's have an illustrative example. Add the following dissimilar fractions. Number 1, 2/5 plus 1/4. As you can see, they have different denominators. So first, let's get the LCD. The LCD is 20. We will divide 20 by the first denominator, which is 5. 20 divided by 5, that is 4. Times the numerator, which is 2, that is 8. So we have 8 over 20. For the second fraction, we have 20 divided by 4, which is the second denominator, that is equal to 5. Times the second numerator, which is 1, the answer is 5. So as you can see, we are adding now similar fractions. So we have 8 over 20 plus 5 over 20. Just copy the common denominator, which is 20, then add the numerators. 8 plus 5, that is 13. So the final answer is 13 over 20. Another, 3/4 plus 1/8. First, get the LCD. The LCD is 8. To get the first numerator, just divide 8 by 4. 8 divided by 4, that is equal to 2 times 3, which is the first numerator, that is equal to 6. That's why we have 6 over 8. Just repeat the process for the second fraction. 8 divided by 8, that is 1. Times 1, that's 1 over 8. So as you can see, we have similar fractions. 8 or 6 over 8 plus 1 over 8. Just copy the denominator, which is 8, then add the numerators. 6 plus 1, that is 7. So our answer is 7 over 8. So let's have learning task number 2. Add the following dissimilar fractions. 3/5 plus 1/3. So find the LCD. The LCD is 15. Very good. So to get the first numerator, just divide 15 by 5. So 15 divided by 5, that is 3. Times the first numerator, which is 3, the answer is 9. Repeat it for the second fraction. 15 divided by the second denominator, which is 3, the answer is 5. Times the second numerator, which is 1, the answer is 5. Okay? So now we are adding two similar fractions. So 9 over 15 plus 5 over 15, the answer is 14 over 15. Next, for number 2, 2/3 plus 5 over 6. Find the LCD. The LCD of 3 and 6 is 6. To get the first numerator, just divide 6, which is the LCD, by the first denominator. So 6 divided by 3, that is 2. Times 2, which is the first numerator, the answer is 4. For the second fraction, just divide the LCD by the second denominator, which is 6. So 6 divided by 6, the answer is 1. Then multiply it to the second numerator, which is 5. So 1 times 5, the answer is 5. So as you can see, they are similar. So just copy the similar denominator or the common denominator, which is 6, then add the numerators. 4 plus 5, that is 9. So the answer is 9 over 6, or 3 halves, or 3 over 2. For our generalization, to add similar fractions, add their numerators and retain their common denominator. Reduce the sum to its simplest form. To add dissimilar fractions, make them similar first by finding the LCD. Divide the LCD by each denominator. Then multiply the quotient by the numerator and retain the denominator. Proceed as in addition of similar fractions. So for your learning task number 3, add the following fractions. Thank you.